I started realizing how the condition of our hearts affects the way we see. If your heart is full of bitterness, anger, and resentment, you're going to look at this world as a very evil place. When you don't share your problems, you resent hearing the problems of other people. Because when there is true equality, resentment does not exist. The final proof of greatness lies in being able to endure criticism without resentment. Resentment and bitterness and old grudges were dead things, which rotted the hands that grasped them. Resentment is weak and lowers your self-esteem. The resentment that criticism engenders can demoralize employees, family members, and friends, and still not correct the situation that has been condemned. The elimination diet: remove anger, regret, resentment, guilt, blame, and worry. Then, watch your health and life improve. Happy people don't hate, and people who walk around hating aren't happy. Bitterness is like cancer. It eats upon the host, but anger is like fire. It burns it all clean. Never speak from a place of hate, jealousy, anger, or insecurity. Evaluate your words before you let them leave your lips. Sometimes it's best to be quiet. Resentment is such an atrocious and sometimes all-consuming emotion. It is one that can literally take a life, usually that of the holder of the resentment. Resentment or grudges do no harm to the person against whom you hold these feelings, but every day and every night of your life, they are eating at you. Resentment is an extremely bitter diet. I have no desire to make my own toxins. What we don't recognize is that holding on to resentment is like holding on to your breath. You'll soon start to suffocate. Whatever the motive for the insult, it is always best to overlook it, for folly doesn't deserve resentment, and malice is punished by neglect. Resentment seems to have been given us by nature for a defense, and for a defense only. It is the safeguard of justice and the security of innocence. Guilt is anger directed at ourselves, at what we did or did not do. Resentment is anger directed at others, at what they did or did not do. I don't live with judgment or resentment. I don't have time for it. Resentment is a union of sorrow and malignity.